Hello, hello. It's Nienke here from Nienks.com, and I'm back with another episode of What's Your Style? Simple or Step It Up. And it really doesn't matter what your favorite is, all of it is beautiful. So I'm going to show you 3 cards, starting with very basic and then moving up towards more avid crafters with more with embossing folders and more details. Takes a little bit of more time and just added interest. And I'm going to use the fish and a wish stamp set and its coordinating punch. I absolutely love this. These images are magic. I will show that to you now. Okay, so I'm going to start with our simple one. It's going to take just a couple of minutes. So if you are pressed for time, but you love to make your own cards and you just want to keep it simple, then this will be the one for you. Okay, so this is basic white thick cardstock because we're not going to do any layers because we want to keep it simple. 5.5 by 4.25 score. What is it? 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25. Okay, and we are going to also do some masking technique. Okay, very easy, very quick. I'm going to show you how to do that on all of the cards. Okay, grab a piece of grit paper and my Stampin' Pierce mat. And I'm just going to take a scrap piece of very vanilla cardstock. It really doesn't matter what scrap piece you use. I just had this. Okay, so now I'm going to tear this. Just go on whichever way you want to tear it so that you have 2 pieces like this, and we're just going to use the 1 piece for now. So you can put it sideways, you can put your piece any way you like. I would like between 3/4 to 1/2 inch, and I'm just going to secure it with some masking tape. No, it is washi tape. There we go. Low tack tape, that's what we need. So 1 or 2 pieces. Anyone will have this lying around in the craft room, and we're just going to secure that so that we can protect this area. And we're going to do some sponging and stamping on that side. Okay, so I have just some sponge daubers, and I'm going to use a Mossy Meadow and a Cajun Craze. Let's get my inks in here. Cajun Craze, Mossy Meadow. Now, when you're going to do your sponging, you can also use your blending brushes, whichever works well for you. Pick up some ink and then just start off your project. Don't start on it because it can make a big blotch if you start with it. So I just start off my project and just work my way on it very lightly. You don't need a lot of pressure, and it doesn't matter where you go with it. We just want to add some color. Okay, we're going to do some stamping on top of it. If you think you need some darker areas, you can do that. Start off your project and then come in with it like this. And I'm just leaving some white areas where we're going to add our Cajun Craze. So I think that's good. Grab my red color dauber, start off my project, and very lightly go over all of the areas that have not had any ink yet. Soft touch is always important. The softer you start, the better coverage you will get without any blotches. Okay, so I just want to add some here and there. It doesn't need to be a lot. Let's just add a little bit of green here. I want some more green here. Okay, so this does not look like much yet, but the magic will be in the stamping. Okay, I think that's good for now. Let's do our stamping. What do I need? There is that beautiful, where did I put it? Okay, here we go. This beautiful seaweed or sea plant in there. So I'm just going to add one there. Isn't these distinctive stamps amazing? Now be careful not to stamp on that side. Keep within your masking area, and then one more up here, and just a little bit like that. And then I'm going to use this one in Cajun Craze. Just where I feel it needs something. Let's turn this around, go this way, and then one more here down at the bottom. Now I thought that I wanted to make this 4 colors. That's what I thought about the set, and I need some dottage in orange. So I used these little dots. They're from the other stamps, where is it now? Let me see. Oh, where did it run off to? Thought I had it right here. Oh, here we go. This one, the Well Done, and it has these little dots in it. Looks like bubbles to me. Now you can, if you want a variety, you can use these different images as well. It will go very well with these little fishies. So I'm just going to grab some pumpkin pie. That's what I have here, and add some pumpkin pie dots or bubbles, if you will, here and there, just to bring in some orange. And I'm just doing a full color stamp and then a stamped off for that variety. Okay, now let's reveal. Isn't that beautiful? Do love it. So if you keep your mask, we're going to use that again, and I want to use this big fish right here. Use this one in Cajun Craze. Just going to stamp here. Oh, is this straight? It's a fish, it doesn't really need to be straight, but hey, if we can, let's try. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I love the distinctive stamps. So there is that one, and let's put a sentiment on here. I love this one that says his love never fails. I'm going to use Cajun Craze for that too. Can't see if I'm stamping straight for some other reason today. Why is that so? Because hey, and there we go. That will be our quick and easy simple card. Isn't that pretty? I love the you know, the masking that we did on there. So that's the first one, and that took like what, 5 minutes maybe. So let's move on to our next one. I'm just going to stamp, clean all my stamps before something falls over. I have my chamois here. You can see that it has been in use quite a bit. Just rinse it out and it is perfect. I'm done with this fish for now, I think. So let's put that away. Let's grab this one. What else did we use? This. I also like to clean my stamps whenever I use them. I clean them immediately because you never know when you might forget what you did and stick a color, wrong color, and I just made a mess on my desk, obviously. There we go. You know, you forget that you've used your stamp in a different color, and then you go and put it in, you know, lighter color in a darker one or whatever. So clean them immediately, take it from me. We're going to do the next one. So the next one, again, we're just going to use a thick Whisper White, not Whisper White, basic white cardstock. Same dimensions, 4.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And again, we're going to do a portrait and our masking again. So let's use the same one we used previously and this. So you can turn this one the other way. This will be exactly the same. So let's move this one over a little bit so that we don't have it overlapping too much. I need my washi. I want to bring that one up a little bit. I want to stamp my sentiment. at the bottom. So I just want a little bit more than an inch there, I think. Let's go that way. So I want to move this up. Again, about an inch to an inch and a half. Like that. It doesn't really matter. We're going to do all of the sponging again. There we go. We have everything set up. And if my hand's dirty, I feel like I'm making some blotches on my white cardstock. Okay, we're going to do the same thing. Grab our... The other technique I want to show you is when I have just take another one of my clear blocks, and before I start, just dab off on the block. Then you can start picking up from here as well. So if you like to do that, just something else. Okay, I'm going to start off my project. Very, very light touch. Moving this way. My mask is popping up here, which is fine. We'll just hold it down. Again, we're just going to add some color. Doesn't really matter where. So we are having an excellent start to the school year. This is day number 4 of school. Girls love their teachers, having so much fun with their friends again. It's just such a privilege to have good schools, good friends. And I have just Zaylee, she'll be starting preschool pretty soon for just a couple of hours a day. Again, I'm going to use the same block. I just want to use a different corner and not stick my red in. So just something else. Start off very light touch anywhere where there's no color yet. Let's pick this up. There we go. Just need to take your time with this so that you don't make a big blotch, but still, if for some other reason it happens, we can fix everything, right? There is absolutely nothing that cannot be covered or used as something else. And practice. The more you practice, the better it gets. Let's add a little bit more green. Where did I think there was a light spot? Is it right here? Yeah, here. Very lightly go over, and you can even go over the other color. Whoops, just making sure we have some color everywhere. Okay, that way. And again, we're going to do our stamping. Use the seaweed one right here. And let's put another one a little bit higher, and then just a little piece peeking out here. Again, be mindful of the bottom here so that you don't end up with some stamping below your mask. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same here. Going to add some of this over there, and maybe turn it this way over here, and maybe just a little bit there. And then we need our dots. Where is the dots and pumpkin pie? Just have a little pumpkin pie spot. And again, we're just going to stamp and do a second generation. And let's do a first and a second, and a first and a second, just for a little bit of interest here and there. It doesn't need to be too much. Just want to bring in a third color to bring all of it together, and the orange will lighten, the pumpkin pie will lighten up, so it will have a very nice effect when it is dry. Okay, let's take off our mask and see, isn't that amazing? I love it when you take the mask off and it gives you this beautiful effect. Love it. Okay, let's put this aside. Going to do a sentiment. So there's another beautiful one. This set is just full of beautiful sentiments. Sending well wishes. Let's use that. Now you can do your sentiment in Mossy Meadow or in Pumpkin Pie or in whichever color you want. It doesn't matter. I like to use the Cajun Craze. And there we go. Now, because this is our little step up, one step up card, I'm going to use the punch. So we will just need, oh, let's not put that away. I'm going to use it. Let's put this aside, and I have ink on my finger right there. Just wipe it on my chamois before I get it on my project. There we go. A piece of scrap Whisper White here, and now we need to look at the orientation of our punch. So if it will go in this way, we need to stamp our bigger fishy first, so I'll probably use the bigger part there, and then we can add this one maybe to a smaller strip, like stamp it on the side and put it in this way. So I always just like to check which way the orientation is of my punch and how I would like to put my scraps in there. So we can do this fish. It's this one that you punch out. And let's do him in Cajun Craze. Ink this up. I hope I have everything sort of in frame. Why do I feel like this feels upside down? It's weird. Oh no, it's good. Because I'm going to turn my punch upside down, right? I hope I have it right. We'll see. We will see. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't. Thought something was wrong. Well, let me show you a different trick. Where is my scissors? We will just cut him off and stick him in this way, like so, and I just position him from the outside. So if you have a smaller scrap of paper, you can just do that easy. So there is one of our little fishies. Let's do the other one. Let's try and get this right. I want a longer strip and I need him to go in like that. Okay. And I want two of them if I can find. Here we go. This way, we hope. Now this is what I'm saying about the stamp set, is the magic that happens when you stamp it. Isn't that just so beautiful? So pretty. All the texture and the definition. I want to have one in my pumpkin pie too. Check that I haven't inked up well. That actually feels like maybe too much. Yeah, that looks better. Ooh, cute. Love that little fish. Now I'm just going to cut this little strip so that I don't waste that piece over there. There we go. And now we can hold on to that and get these little guys punched out real quick. Whoop, 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 whoop. There we go. Punches make so easy work of everything. So let's see, where would we like? Are we done with our stamping? Yeah. So we can move this out of the way. Bring back our card and we're going to pop these up on dimensionals. There's small ones if we need them, or the standard ones. So let's see, we'll probably need to cut some for their tails. we can even, I think a little one, a mini will work up here. Yeah, and then we just need a little strip. I like cutting just little strips of the edge of the minis for if we have a little, you know, just a little piece. Oh, come on. Little piece like that, if we can get it to stick. There we go. Are we done stamping? Yes, let's be very smart and close this up. So do we have any ink? Oh, it looks semi-okay. Seriously? You don't want to stick there at all? No, why not? Oh, well, that makes sense. It still has the backing. And I got my dimensionals actually sticking. Wondered why it didn't want to work. So let's add this one here. Maybe something like that. Get it sort of straight. And then we have these little two. And the next one. Go. Have our mossy meadow fishy right here. Let's put him going that way, and then our pumpkin pie one. Again, just follow him. There. Isn't that cute? So this is our little step up. We're adding some bling also. And I have the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I think they are absolutely beautiful. And they will go perfect. It really doesn't matter which one of these. Let me show you quickly. It really doesn't matter. If you use the, I think it's, oh, no idea. That looks like gold. This looks like copper. And this is probably bronze. Is that what it is? Oh, well. It's probably in the catalog. Now I'm going to go with the bronze, I think. And I'm just going to add a small one and a big one up there for some added interest. I was thinking about putting them in between the fish, maybe add some bubbles. But that you can add if you want. So there is our step up using the punch and some bling. Now let's do our next one. For that, I'm just going to bring in a piece of basic white 4 by 5 1/4, because we're going to layer that on a card base. Going to do some masking again. And now we can remove our mask and see the magic happening. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? It looks like a DSP, but we only have one piece of cardstock, which is great too. Oh, I wanted to add another, I want to add my seaweed right here. Here we go, beautiful. Now I'm going to run this piece through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the hive. 3D embossing folder. And I think you're going to wonder, well, that's a beehive. Well, we're going to use the other side. So if we put it in this way, you're going to get your beehive texture. If we do it that way, we're going to use you get the emboss and then the debossed side. So we're going to use the debossed side, and I will do that and be right back. Okay, so now you will see that the back side has our hive and the front side has the debossed side, which is more raised, and I feel like that's also ties into our bubbles and our sea and fish and river maybe theme. So that is what I'm going to do with that. Now let's add some on our scrap piece of paper. Let's see, do the same fish, but let's do it in pumpkin pie this time. Let's do it this way. Ink up, because I have my little spot. Let's ink up our fish. Just slightly dabbing some color on there. Put it this way. And put it through our punch that way. And let's do one of those small ones. Where did it swim to? Swim off to, this one, in Cajun Grace. There we go. Oh, and I want to stamp a greeting. Do I have another piece of scrap? Oh, we always have a piece of white scrap, right? And I want to use the one that says a sea of thanks. So obviously this can be like, I'm going to fussy cut this out, so I don't really mind as long as it's stamped well. Like a thank you card, a sea of thanks. But I thought it can also go for Thanksgiving because it's a sea of thanks. You give thanks. So I might very well be using this set for my Thanksgiving cards, or in fact I have decided to use this set for my Thanksgiving cards. This here is the one, and the other one. Go. Little fishies. Now I'm going to fussy cut this. If you don't like fussy cutting, or you don't like the effect, I don't always like the effect of having my words cut out, but for some other reason, for this one, I really like the look. Now you can use any of the shapes. Am I in camera? The sentiment dies. There are a variety that will fit this, but I don't mind the fussy cutting, and I will just speed this up for you. Now you may have noticed that I am not moving my scissors at all. I'm using my non-dominant hand to guide the paper into the scissors. And that is a big tip from me to you if you want to make your fussy cutting quicker and, well, not quicker and more accurate. Is keep your scissors still and use your non-dominant hand to guide the paper. Okay. Now with this one, I'm going to use this threaded twine. It comes in a big roll like this, and it's got a silver thread in it. Do you see it? Now, this is very thick, so I don't think you will be able to tie really a knot or a bow with it. It's very big and thick, but it frays like an absolute dream. So I thought that if we use this, I'm going to take a piece. Well, let's fray it first because it's always shorter when it's frayed, right? Just like move it like just around, do a little circular motion so that that flattens it out too, so that it's not that bulky. Let's cut it off. But what my thought was with this is it can look like this, the riverbed. That's what I was thinking, and I thought it really worked out, will work out pretty. Let's see, just grab one or two of these, pull them out a bit this way and that, to give that riverbed effect. Let's see. Okay, I should probably stop fiddling with it, but I don't want to. There we go. Isn't that cool? I thought that was so cool. Now, if you feel it's too long, then we could snip. Let me snip off a little piece. I think it is too long. I'll just snip off a bit of that. Now I'm going to want to pull that out again. There we go. Let's get rid of this. Oh, I like that. I really do. Turn it this way. No, I want to turn it that way so I can put my, have something for my, to anchor my sentiment to. Let's just pull one more down there. And this works perfectly with glue dots. You know, if you can find glue dots. My desk is always, always a mess. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I have 1 to 3 glue dots, maybe 4, no, 3 is good. Position my trim twine, what is it, on there so that it's stuck down, and then get it off. 1, 2, 3. Add this here for like that river bed effect, just like so. I do like it. And then grab dimensionals. We're going to have to use the teeny tiny here. Maybe we should just put, let me cut this little strip over here. Start at the spot here, and then just add a little, half a little one, probably half a mini here, here, and here. There we go. Take off the backing. So like I said, there's a little bit more work to this. Add our sea of thanks. I just want to pull this down a little bit. I want it to show underneath here, and that will just also help secure that twine a little bit more. So there we go. Oh, that is so cool. Does that look straight? There we go. Okay. Add our little orange fishy right there. And Cajun craze one up here. Like so. And then let's put this on a, are we gonna go with Mossy Meadow? Let's do Mossy Meadow card base. So that is our Simple or Step It Up series. Next episode of that, and I will show all of them together as soon as I have this card front onto my card base. I like to be generous with my liquid glue when I have an embossed piece, just because it takes a little bit more. I think it's because of the texture and the, oh yeah, I just did that. Thank goodness for liquid glue. I almost added the upside down. It happens to everyone. Have I told you that I once stamped all of my envelopes, and I think it was for Thanksgiving too. Oh, come on. I stamped all of my envelopes upside down. All 40 of them. Happens. There we go. I'm just going to press that down for a minute. Oh, minutes long, just a couple of seconds to have that adhere. And there is our step up one. It's a little bit more involved. It has some fussy cutting with our punching and our ribbon. Oh, and do we need some? Yeah, let's put some bling on here. I think I'm going to go with the brass ones. Again, either one can go. Let's put them, yeah, the brass ones. Let's put a little one down here and the bigger one up here. Do we want two up there? Maybe. Do we need one more? I think it's good. I think I like it. Okay, so there we go. Let's bring in, move everything out of the way so that we will have space for our other two. Stay there. So this was our simple one. Very pretty, but it took like a full 5 minutes to do. Then we have the next one. Put it this way. And then we have everything in frame, the one with all of our embossing and everything. Okay, so I hoped you enjoyed this as much as I did. I love the set, and you will probably be seeing more of it from me, and I will just see you in the next video. Bye bye.